Dear Thai, dear Sangha, my name is Jaina, and I am here with my daughter and her grandbaby, my grandbaby, for this retreat. And I am a new grandmother. And what has happened for me is something that I never expected, which is my heart has gotten even bigger and filled with so much love for this little baby girl and this little baby boy. I feel it very, very deeply. And I feel a very big responsibility, a sacred responsibility for a future to be possible for them. So I try to do what I've learned, which is to breathe and enjoy the beauty and the joy of these babies, of this life and of this world. But even reading your book recently, Love Letters to Mother Earth, and I am an activist, so the research that I've done about what is predicted for life on this planet is very painful for me to live with. And part of that is because I feel quite alone. And as I move through life, I look around and I wonder if other people are feeling and thinking the same things I am, because it feels very confusing to me that more people are not talking about the positive things we can do. And so I do take the actions that I need to, and I'm helping preserve tigers in the wild, and the good news is there are more coming back. Maybe they won't go extinct in the wild. And where I live in the Pacific Northwest, there are changes happening politically around prevention of coal coming into the area to go to Asia to be burned. But I don't feel like there are a lot of places where I can talk about this. I don't want to be angry about it. I want to talk from my heart about it. I want to talk with others about how to make the positive changes that we can. And what I'm wondering is how we can do that in the Sangha, because there seems even some reservation that perhaps talking about these things is too political or too social. And I feel alone in my suffering around this. Thank you.
Dear Thai, dear Sangha, our friend is here on the retreat with her daughter and her grandbaby. And she is the very happy grandmother of 2 young babies. And her heart has got bigger as a grandmother. But she is very worried for the future for her grandchildren. She is an activist. She has been reading Thai's recent book, Love Letter to Mother Earth, and she has done her own research, and she knows that the prognosis does not look good for the future for her grandchildren. She is doing her best to cherish them in the present moment and to cherish life. But she has this fear for them coming up, and she feels alone in this. She feels isolated. She does not want to be angry. She would like to speak and act out of love, but she doesn't know how or where or in what way to do that. She is active in protecting wild tigers and other projects, and she knows that in these ways she can make an impact. But in her own Sangha, she also sometimes feels that there is not enough space to talk about these issues or to work on these issues together, because they're seen perhaps as political or social. And so the essence of her question is how to go forward. Thank you.
Sangha building is a very important work. Sangha means a harmonious community. And the main task of the Sangha is not to organize events, or even events of practice, of the practice. The main purpose of a Sangha is to build brotherhood and sisterhood, harmony. And that is why the practice of deep listening and loving speech is so important. We should be able to communicate with each other easily. We share our views. We can come easily to a agreement, collective insight. And we feel that sitting in the Sangha, you feel nourished, you feel stronger. And that is real Sangha building. Not organized. And with a Sangha like that, everything is possible. Because you feel nourished, you don't lose your hope. And we have said several times, even a Buddha cannot do much without a Sangha. So Sangha building, we need a lot of patience. And patience is a mark of true love. In Plum Village, we spend a lot of time and energies building Sangha. We have enough time to sit together, to eat together, to drink together, to walk together, to exchange views and so on. Because we know that if we do not have enough harmony and happiness, enough Sangha, it could not mean anything to organize a retreat for other people to come and practice. The Buddha spent a lot of time building his Sangha, and he was a perfect Sangha builder. It's not easy to build a Sangha, and the Buddha felt the same. But with compassion, with patience, he was able to build a beautiful Sangha. When the Buddha was 80, he met with King Prasanajit for the last time. The king was also 80. And the king saw the Buddha was traveling and enjoying, and he imitated the Buddha, and then also left politics to his son, and to enjoy visiting the country. And one day, by chance, they met in the northern part of the country. And on that occasion, King Prasanajit praised the Buddha, and he said, "Dear teacher, every time I see the Sangha, I appreciate you much more, because as I contemplate the Sangha moving, sitting, doing Dhamma work, I see your real insight, your real value. And today I would like to bow to you because you have built such a beautiful Sangha." In this trip, I remember once I went to a place with two carpenters, and they were your disciples. And that night we were sleeping in the same room, and they turned their head to the direction they believe you were, and they turned their feet towards me. And they revere you more than they revere the king. So I know that you are loved dearly by members of your Sangha, fourfold Sangha. And today I would like to tell you that the Sangha is a jewel. And with the Sangha you can accomplish much in the world. So King Prasenajit, as well as the Buddha, recognize that the Sangha building is the most important thing to do. With the Sangha, with a happy Sangha, many people can come and take refuge and profit from the collective energy of peace and happiness and compassion and mindfulness. And with a Sangha like that, you can nourish your grandchildren. That is the safest place for your children to be. And if children are nourished and raised in such an environment, they will become instruments of peace. And we have to believe in our children. Our children have Buddha nature in them. And what we can do today is not to worry, but to focus our efforts on watering the seed of love, compassion, talent in them. And we should believe in our children, investing and transmitting the best we have to our children, and not to worry about future. Taking good care, the best care of the present moment is about everything you can do for the future. So instead of spending the energy to worry about future, invest all your energies into the present and nourish our children and grandchildren with the energy of hope, compassion, and insight.